Today and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, this is a week of cooking Chef's Plate for dinner. When I say week, I mean 3 dinners, but still, I am showing you an unboxing and step-by-steps on how I cook the dinner. Then I'm actually gonna turn this into a series and do every week a different meal plan, whether it's cooking from Chef's Plate or M&M Food Market, or even just doing my own meal plan and kind of do like a budget comparison and a family-friendly comparison. So if you like these types of videos, make sure you guys stay tuned for more. Click that like and subscribe button, and let's get into this video. So tonight for dinner, we are starting out with a 2-pot turkey curry. What I love most about Chef's Plate is that all of the ingredients are already pre-portioned out so that there's really no waste, which is great. Now, we are only a family of 3. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think Ava's gonna eat this for dinner, but we do the 4 portion because then my husband can take the leftovers for work and I can also have some for lunch as well. But these dinners are all really easy. We've used Chef's Plates in the past and I really like how fresh their ingredients are compared to some other meal subscription services that we've experienced before. So let's get cooking this 2-pot turkey curry. So the first thing that you're gonna wanna do is take everything out of the bag, and this is my favorite part about Chef's Plate, and I'm gonna talk about it again later on, but I love how they give you the perfect amount of ingredients for each meal kit, so there's no leftovers, no throwing anything away. After you get everything organized, with every single recipe you want to wash and dry all the produce. And then I always like to start by looking through the recipes and making sure that I understand all of the steps and I have everything in order. So for this 2-pot turkey curry, you're gonna wanna start out by peeling and then cutting the onions into a 1/4 inch thick slices. Now, a hot tip for you, I always like to have like a garbage bowl next to me when I cook. But with Chef's Plate, I like to use the paper bag that all of the ingredients come in. So all of my compost scraps or plastic or anything that I can't recycle, I like to pop in that bag. Next up, I always like to roll my limes just to release all the juices, but I am going to zest the lime, and then I'm also going to juice half the lime and then cut the remaining lime left over into wedges. After I've washed and dried the spinach, I'm just gonna give the spinach just a really kind of rough chop. Nothing perfect here, just a nice little rough chop so that when I put it into my pot later on, it'll cook more evenly. Next up, we are going to be cooking the rice. So to a medium pot, I'm gonna add the rice and half of that Indian spice blend to 2 2/3 cup of water because I am cooking for 4 portions. I'm gonna season that with salt and bring to a boil over high heat. Once the water comes to a boil, cover and reduce the heat to medium-low, and you're gonna wanna cook the rice for 12 to 15 minutes until the rice is tender and all the water is absorbed. Meanwhile, in a large pot, you're gonna wanna heat 1 tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of butter over medium-high heat. Then when the pan is nice and hot, you're gonna wanna add those onions and cook them for 2 to 3 minutes, stirring occasionally until they're golden, and season with salt and pepper. To the same pot, you're going to add your ground turkey and increase the heat to medium-high and cook for 3 to 5 minutes, breaking it up into smaller pieces until no pink remains. Then you're gonna add in the tomato sauce and remaining Indian spice blend and your curry paste and cook that for 30 seconds until it is nice and fragrant. Stir in the crushed tomatoes and chicken stock reduction and add in 2 cups of water. Then you're gonna bring everything to a nice simmer and reduce the heat to medium. Once everything is simmering and bubbling away, you're gonna cook for another 8 to 10 minutes until the curry thickens slightly. Add in your spinach and let that wilt. Add in some lime juice and season with salt and pepper, and there you go. You have a 2-pot turkey curry. All right, for tonight's Chef's Plate, we are going to do this spicy Southwest Crunch Burger. I made this the last time I did a Chef's Plate subscription box, which is over a year ago. It is delicious. So we're gonna get going with this and show you guys how easy and wonderful this recipe is. So as with every Chef's Plate meal kit, I always like to take everything out the bag, look over my ingredients, wash and dry all the produce, and then also read over the recipe so I understand the steps ahead of time. So in this meal kit, there is a substitution for the Monterey Jack cheese. We got cheddar cheese, but that's what is great about Chef's Plate is that they always really try to substitute high quality ingredients. So the first thing I'm gonna do is roll out those limes, release all the juices, and cut and juice all the limes. Next up, I am going to make this chipotle lime mayo. So I'm gonna add some mayo and half the lime juice and a pinch of that chipotle powder to taste. We like things a little bit spicier and a little bit more flavorful, so I added a little bit more. And it is so easy to make and it is absolutely delicious. Right, in a medium bowl, we are going to combine the ground beef, the chili cumin spice blend, and a quarter of the chipotle chili powder, and mix that all up. Now, to make this a little bit more family friendly, you're going to notice that I'm going to make a plain hamburger patty. That is for Ava. She's not a huge spice fan. But then for the last 3 patties, I'm going to go full flavor with that chili cumin spice. gonna use a griddle here. You can also use a large nonstick pan. I have melted 1 tablespoon of butter over medium-high heat. And while the pan is nice and hot, I'm gonna add in my hamburger patties and just kind of watch the tops of them. I cook these for about 5 minutes per side and then flip them over. Then I'm gonna top the patties with the shredded cheese that was provided and cover that with aluminum foil off the heat so that it can become nice and melty and ooey and gooey. In the meantime, I'm gonna take those brioche hamburger buns, cut them and toast them up and get ready to spread that chipotle lime mayo over top. This is so super delicious. And then as a dressing, I'm gonna take the other leftover chipotle lime mayo and add in some olive oil and some sugar and some lime juice with salt and pepper and toss that with the salad with the crushed up tortilla chips. This is delicious and this is one of my favorite meals from Chef's Plate. All right, so today is dinner day 3 and tonight we are gonna be cooking beef and queso tacos with chili spice sour cream and crunchy cabbage. Everybody loves tacos. Taco night is very family friendly, especially in this house. So I'm gonna show you all the steps that I take, and then tomorrow I'm gonna sit down and chat you through my review and my honest thoughts about, is Chef's Plate worth it? Is it tasty, family friendly, and budget friendly? So step 1, open the bag and let's see the ingredients. You can see here Mr. Brown is very excited for taco night. So really fresh ingredients. Again, it's great because they give everything in perfect portions. So I'm gonna start out by preparing my tomatoes and onions. I'm gonna cut my tomatoes up into 1/4-inch pieces and then peel and cut my onions also into 1/4-inch pieces. Now, I will admit that every time I've received fresh ingredients, fresh produce from Chef's Plate, everything has been really fresh and it's stayed fresh for quite a while. So sincerely, I have not had a negative experience yet. Alright, so in a medium pot, I'm going to heat up a tablespoon of olive oil. Then I'm going to add in 1/4 of the onions and start cooking those up till they get nice and fragrant. In the meantime, to a large nonstick pan, I'm also going to heat up a little bit of oil and start browning my ground beef and the remaining onions with a little bit of salt and pepper. I cook that for about 4 to 5 minutes, breaking up the beef into smaller pieces. Then to my pot that have the onions cooking, I'm going to add in a tablespoon of butter and some cream sauce spice blend. Cook that for 1 to 2 minutes. Then I'm going to add in some heavy cream and some water, and then this is the beginnings of our queso sauce. To the ground beef, I'm going to add in some of that chili cumin spice blend and get that so it's nice and fragrant. Then with the simmering queso sauce, I'm going to start to add in my cheese, 1/4 cup at a time, season with salt and pepper, and then heat that on low so it becomes nice and bubbly and ooey and gooey. I'm going to warm up my tortillas and then start making my spiced sour cream. So in a small bowl, I'm going to add sour cream and the remaining chili cumin spice blend with some salt and pepper. And then you have taco night. It's so easy to assemble. Tortillas, ground beef, queso, topped with some of that crunchy coleslaw and tomatoes and onions, and we have taco night. right, so I would promise you that I would sit down and give you an honest review of Chef's Plate. Is it family friendly? Is the variety good? Do I like it? Is it tasty? And is it budget friendly? So here it is, my honest review. The reason why that my family and I sometimes like to do Chef's Plate is that for me, it takes the guesswork out of sitting there and wondering and pondering and looking at Pinterest for hours for family meals. Sometimes I get stuck in a rut just like you, and I end up doing the same thing over and over and over again, especially if you have a little one like mine. She's 4 turning 5. She's a really good eater, but she likes the same things and I get sick of it. So Chef's Plate is great because there's lots of variety and different recipes that sometimes maybe I wouldn't try again. However, saying that, we did pick the family-friendly option, and it's not that family-friendly for little ones. I don't know, like they have tacos and, you know, lots of pastas and things, but I find that I can do my own tacos and pastas. So it didn't really hit the mark for me. I found myself, so the night when I did that Southwest Crunch Burger, I found myself making Ava a plain hamburger with not the seasoning. So did it really help for family-friendly options? Not really. However, it does give me good ideas on how to maybe adapt some current recipes that I have to make it a little bit more interesting week to week. Okay, so let's go through the meals that I got. Then I'm gonna break it down for budget and get into a little bit more details. So, you can see Peppa Pig's on in the background. So the 3 meals we got were that 2-pot turkey curry, beef and queso tacos, and spicy Southwest Crunch Burger. So all really family-friendly options. We got a rice option, a burger option, and then taco night. So kind of kid-friendly. Let's start with this 2-pot turkey curry. Now this is something I would not order again. Mirek and I really like curry, and actually Ava likes curry as well, especially like butter chicken. This just didn't have enough flavor for us. It just didn't do it for me. So it was really easy to prepare. I like the idea of like adding spinach. I'm always a fan of like throwing in extra veggies. However, the portions that they give you for the rice, they give you enough rice to like feed a whole village. So this was a lot of food. It gave us a lot of food. There was lots of leftovers. It wasn't flavorful enough. So with Chef's Plate, we order the 4 portions. Like I said earlier, I order 4 portions, not just for dinner, but for lunches, because then Mira can take it for lunch, or I can have lunch for leftovers as well. So tip for you, if you look on the front for the ingredients, it breaks it down for like how many portions of spices or onions or vegetables, yada, 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 that you need. So it says the Indian spice blend, you need 2 tablespoons. For my house, I probably could have done a little bit more, more of that curry flavor that we really, really enjoy. It just wasn't flavorful enough. Ava really didn't like it. Mirek and I liked it, but it was just too much of the rice, and then we ended up throwing it away, and I hate throwing away food. So this one for me was not a winner, if I'm to be honest. Then let's move over to the spicy Southwest Crunch Burger. Now the last time I did Chef's Plate, which is actually almost a year ago, I got this and it's delicious, and I've kind of adopted it and made my own kind of version of this. I loved it. Now what I love about it, it's so smart, and Chef's Plate actually got me thinking about this throughout the year. It's so smart because you have a salad, but the salad is also a garnish on top of the burger. The dressing is dual purpose. The dressing for the salad also is like a sauce for the burger on the bun. It's great. And the great thing about Chef's Plate is that they give you all of your ingredients, which I love. So I love like the pre-portioned out little things of mayonnaise, or like the pre-portioned out little things of like tortilla chips or the spices. I think it's so awesome because then you're not going to the grocery store and buying like a big pack of spicy chili cumin spice blend. You just have enough that you need for the burger, which is great. That is one of the biggest things I love about Chef's Plate. This recipe is a winner. Mirek and I love this. But like I said, it's a little bit too spicy for Ava, so I just made a plain burger. I just didn't add the spice blend for her. So this was a winner in terms of family-friendly options. Mirek had a burger for leftovers, which was great. Then he could take that for lunch. This is a delicious recipe. So if you're looking for something that's family friendly from Chef's Plate and easy to adapt into a family friendly meal, this is the one to do. All right, and then beef and queso tacos. So which kid doesn't love tacos? And let me tell you, which adult doesn't love taco night? Especially, this is cool, you made your own queso sauce, which was really, really easy to do, and I loved it. But besides that, there really wasn't anything different than going and getting like an Old El Paso taco kit. I actually found that the Old El Paso taco kit is probably more flavorful than this one from Chef's Plate. However, I love the crunchy coleslaw that you get with this. Again, we did the 4 portions, and then what Mirik did and I did for lunch the next day is I actually made a taco salad out of the coleslaw mix. So that was really good. Ava gobbled it up. She liked it. However, you can do this for cheaper at the grocery store. The queso dip was really tasty and yummy and like a nice little addition, but I don't know if I would get this one again. Now, my honest review. I like Chef's Plate. I think that their ingredients are fresher. I think that they have more variety, especially their meat. If you are getting the meat option, their meats are way better than any other subscription service that I've had in the past. We get the 4 portions, which is a little bit pricier, and we only usually get like 3 meals a week or 2 meals a week. Now, I'm looking at pricing right here. So when you first sign up, you can get a deal, and I think it's like half off your box for the week. Right now for me, so for number of people to feed, 4 people, meals a week, let's say 3, it's $107.91. So for 3 meals, it's a little bit pricey. However, you don't have a lot of groceries that go to waste. So you have just enough coleslaw for your tacos. You're not throwing away a bag of coleslaw because you bought too much. You're getting 2 limes with the taco kit. You don't have to buy a bag of limes that are just gonna sit and rot with your fruit. So that's the thing about Chef's Plate that I like, is that they give you just enough ingredients to complete the meal kits. However, I think that for family-friendly options, I think I'm better sticking to like my own meal plan, and I think I probably can save a little bit more money. But for the weeks and the days that I'm busy and I don't want to think about what's for dinner, I just want to look online and say, that looks tasty, check, 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 send, submit delivery. That is the win for me. So if you're busy, save up for Chef's Plate and get that subscription for the weeks that you need a little bit more help. And then the weeks that you don't, the best thing is for Chef's Plate is that you can skip your weeks and skip a delivery date. So when I'm busy, yeah, for sure, I'm gonna be checking out Chef's Plate, but for the weeks that I can, meal plan and grocery shop and kind of stretch 2 meals out of 1, I'm gonna be doing my own grocery shopping. But Chef's Plate is delicious. I really like the different flavors. And what helps is that it gets me out of a rut and helps me to think of other ideas. So I hope that you guys like today's video. Make sure you stay tuned because I am now gonna be doing the same idea, but I'm gonna be going to M&M Food Market and getting all of my meals from the same place to see if it's family friendly, is it budget friendly, is it tasty? So stay tuned for that. That one is coming up next, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.